My name's Kelly Hawkins. I'm an Associate Vice President of Community-Based Services at People Inc., and I've been here for 25 years. We work with a lot of people who are on very tight budgets. They have tight resources. Some of the families that we work with, in providing care to their loved ones, sometimes those people have more medical appointments, unexpected health issues, behavioral concerns that arise. So, we work with a lot of families that have interruptions in their own ability to work. So sometimes that can create additional needs.
Self-direction is a really important service that we provide at People Inc., and it's an opportunity for people to live in the community independently or with their family, and at the same time have a contract through New York State where we can provide supportive services based on that contract. So it's out in the community, it's meeting people where they are, and really allowing them to live as independently as they want to.
My experience with the emergency fund is, I would identify an individual or families that would need, more resources than what's currently available, even just in the self-directed budget, or resources available in day-to-day life for anyone. So once I identified, someone who was in need of, extra help, I then would submit an application on their behalf. I specifically applied for food items, hygiene products, clothing for the individual we serve, but also for their young child as well. They both needed, extra resources that weren't easily available to them elsewhere.
So the emergency fund came about because we had Kelly Hawkins, one of our People Inc. leaders, who really identified the need in self-direction and community-based services, where there were times people certainly got services through the state, but sometimes there were gaps. And those were emergency situations where she and her team would see the frustration and the pretty emergent need that folks had, and really came to me and the leadership and said, is there a solution we could develop? One-off situations where it's really a critical timing to address that need. And shortly after that, Ted Walsh approached me from Walsh Insurance and made a very generous contribution and really wanted to talk about how those dollars could be best utilized. So the timing was perfect and really enabled us to develop an emergency fund to meet the needs of people that aren't met in other areas, and we're so appreciative of Ted Walsh and his generous donation.
My name is Ted Walsh. I'm the CEO of Walsh Insurance. We're very honored to partner with People Inc. and we know the great work that People Inc. does for many, many different families and clients. And so we reached out to the leadership team and said we'd like to do something special and support, and we listened to a couple of wonderful ideas as to how we might help. And this emergency fund was suggested, and we loved it. It's been a great partnership. And there's an organized process. The staff is actively involved in People Inc. And we know that it's being used in a really wise and thoughtful way, and that gives us great joy. So it makes us want to lean in and do more.
When you're on such a tight budget, one little hiccup, a gas bill that's higher than usual really can set you on a trajectory of falling behind in your bills, and then you have to make difficult choices between, your basic needs. One of the applications that we received for the Emergency Relief Fund was for two young ladies who live with their mom. They were both facing some medical concerns, which was leading to them being home and not being able to attend school. So they were looking for a computer to be able to access their classes. And then also through their self-directed budgets, they have funds available for classes and memberships. So they wanted to be able to use that computer to look up resources for that and possibly get signed up for some of those classes or memberships.
I got a call from Lizzie and was like, hey, I don't know if this will work, but I know your situation and there's this emergency fund. I would like to apply your family for it. It's either a yes or a no, but what's the hurt in trying? So I was like, yeah, go for it, whatever you think. And sure enough, we were blessed beyond measures. Well, I mean, it's a huge impact because it's going to provide them with opportunities that we wouldn't have had because I wouldn't have been able to provide them with a new computer right then and there.
It meant a lot because my mom didn't have a lot of money to help us. I used my laptop to help my mom with school stuff.
When I need to, I could always look up, print out worksheets and stuff.
It has helped me be more independent, and I took my practice permit test on the computer and I passed it. So it has helped me a lot with becoming more independent and being ready to be on my own.
When she got sick at the end of last year in December, when she first went on home hospital instruction, that was the last that she had any communication from quote unquote the outside world, right? Besides for when we go and seek medical care because she gets treatment from out of state. And when we pull in there, she's like, we're home, because that's where her friends are. So that was another huge impact, that without that technology working, those other moms and those other families she couldn't connect with, which is her biggest support right now.
I'm very glad that I came to do this today so that the company that donated the money could know that how thankful we are for all that they do for, I'm assuming, not just us, but how much they do for the community and other people that are in need.
To Walsh Insurance, I would say thank you so much for your support and for allowing us to help people navigate those gaps in services so that, they're able to maintain their independence.
If I could say something to Walsh Insurance for donating their money, I would say from the bottom of my heart that I am beyond grateful that they had the opportunity and had the means to donate what they did to not just my family, but other families that could benefit from it, because looking at somebody, you don't ever know what they're going through.
Thank you, People Inc.